Good morning. Hi. I hope you are doing well. Today it's all about the hips. I don't know why I slipped into a pseudo British accent there, but it's all about the hips. So we're going to start lying down on our backs. Bring the knees in towards your heart and place your hands on top of the knees. Allow your shoulders to become heavy here and sink to the ground. Release any tension in your face. Soften the point between the eyebrows and close the eyes very gently. And just feel your back here on the floor in contact with the mat. Imagine your spine from the very tip, the tailbone, in between your sit bones, and then follow the spine all the way up to the neck and where it attaches to the head. And then let's take 3 deep breaths to arrive here. Deep inhale in through the nose. Feel the fullness, hold here. And then exhale out through the mouth. Again, deep inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. And once more in. And out. And then guide your attention to your hips. Notice what the hips feel like, what sensations are present, and how you would describe those in terms of qualities. Like warmth, tightness, softness. Just notice anything at all. And then start deepening your breath, breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. Tapping into your ujjayi breath if that's something you practice with. So closing off the vocal cords, sending the breath to the back of your throat as you breathe in and out so that you can hear a gentle noise, something to focus on. Take one more breath here wherever you are. And rest your hands on your knees with the fingertips facing away from you. Exhale all the air out. And then on an inhale, gently push the knees away from you to extend the arms. Open the knees wide. And then as you exhale, draw them first back in and close them in front of your chest. Inhale to push the knees away from you. Extend the arms. Open the knees wide. And exhale, draw them back in towards your chest. One more in this direction. Inhale to push the knees away to give space for the breath. Open them wide. And then exhale as you breathe out. You create more space to move the knees in. All right, the other direction. Inhale to open the knees wide and push them away from you. Exhale as you close the knees and bring them in towards your heart. Inhale to open wide. Feel the stretch in the inner thigh. And then exhale, close and move the knees in. One more inhale. And exhale. And then inhale to bring the knees over your hip points. Flex the feet and bend the knees 90 degrees so that your shins are parallel to the floor. And then open up the knees wide. So you're sort of in a froggy leg position here. Keep the feet flexed, keep the shins parallel. And then bring your hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers, draw the elbows together, lift the shoulders away from the floor. Inhale here, and then lift up the tailbone. As you exhale, lift up the heart and push the feet away. Inhale, just lower the tailbone. In the breathing pause, lift up the tailbone. Exhale, push the feet away from you as you lift up the heart. Inhale, lower the tailbone down. Lift up the tailbone. Exhale to push the feet away and lift up the heart. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, lower the tailbone. Lift up the tailbone and then exhale. Push the feet away. Inhale, lower. Exhale, tailbone up and push away. Last one. Inhale, lower. Tailbone goes up and exhale. Push the feet away. Hold, 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 hold. And then inhale, lower down. Bring the knees in towards your chest. hands behind your knees, and go ahead and roll a few times along your spine. And then come up onto all fours. So with your hands underneath your shoulders, but bring the knees a little bit wider than usual. So as wide as the mat, keep the toes together. And then the hands underneath your shoulder, open them wide, grip with the fingertips. And we're going to do a variation on cat-cow that involves the hips a bit more. So as you breathe in, shift the hips over towards the left, reach the heart over towards your left elbow, and then forward as you sink the hips down. Exhale, shift the heart over towards the right, hips over towards the right, and then sink down. So we're making a big circle here. Inhale, circle to the left, heart forward, and exhale, circle to the right. Inhale, and exhale. And then change direction. Inhale towards the right, big circle here with the hips. Exhale towards the left. Inhale to lift up the heart. Exhale to round the spine. Sink back. One more inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, come to stand on all fours. Extend the left leg here. Come to the toes. And just rock a few times back and forth. I like doing this in the morning because it warms up the sole of the foot and just wakes up all of the muscles and tendons in the foot. It also stretches the back of the leg gently before we go into more extreme stretches. All right, from here, stop with your hands or with your shoulders over your hands, then ground the back foot so that the outer edge is parallel to the short end of the mat. And then open the right foot outward to the right so it's diagonal. Move the right hand a little bit closer to your knee. And then inhale, lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Press down through the left foot. And then exhale, reach the left arm overhead. Inhale, really turn the chest towards the ceiling here. And exhale, push the hips forward. Feel the stretch in the left side body. Inhale, reach here. And then exhale, come back down. Onto all fours, and then extend the right leg. Same thing here. Gently rock back and forth. Open up the back of your foot, or the sole of your foot. And be very present with that sensation. Your whole body is still active. You're pressing down your hands into the mat. Your belly button is drawing in, and your right leg is really stretched here, extended. All right, come with the hands over the shoulders, over the hands, and then ground the right foot. Open the left foot towards the right so that the leg is diagonal. And then inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Press down through the right foot. Exhale as you reach the right arm forward. Inhale, turn the chest more towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, really press the hips forward. Inhale to reach, feel the stretch in the right side body. And exhale. And then come down onto all fours. Walk the hands a little bit forward. And then extend both legs, finding yourself in plank. Reach the heels back here. And then just rock a little bit forward and back. Press down through the hands. Lift up in between your shoulder blades. Hollow chest, we call that. Draw the belly button in, and then the next time you come back, lift up your sit bones, come into downward facing dog. Lift up the sit bones here, extend the back long, place your ears in between your arms. I'm guilty of often dipping my head quite far, but try to keep your head in line with the arms here. So long neck. The neck is an extension of the rest of your spine, and we don't want to bend at the neck here. We want to keep the spine long. Take a couple more breaths here, steadying your breathing, breathing fully wherever you are, whether your knees are bent, your heels are off the floor. Just focus on keeping a long spine and really pressing away from the floor. Draw the belly button in to create more of a lift. And then go ahead and ground your left foot to lift up your right and open up the hips here. Bend the right knee And then make a few circles here. First in one direction, 3 times. And then change the direction. And then extend the leg back. Exhale, draw the knee towards your nose and step it up in between your hands. Walk the right foot to the edge of the mat so that it's right at the edge, and then bring both hands to the inside of your foot. For a lizard pose, reach the left heel back, draw the right, or check that the right knee is over the right ankle. Then draw the right hip back as well. Inhale, long heart here, long heart. Reach the heart forward to create a long spine. Exhale, maybe sink a little bit in the hips, but keep both legs active. Staying here for several breaths. Press down through the hands. Now, option to stay here, or if there's room in the hips, maybe you come down to one forearm or both. Continue reaching the left heel back, lifting up through the hips here. Heart reaches forward. Keep breathing. And then whether you are on your forearms or on your hands, bring the left knee down towards the floor, and then either staying on your forearms here or on your hand, press your right hand into your right thigh to just open it up outward a little bit, and when you do, you come to stand on the edge of your foot. And you can stay here. If there's a lot of space, then maybe you bend the back knee and swing the right arm back to wrap it around the left foot, and gently exert some pressure here to feel a stretch in the front of the hip. Roll the right shoulder back if you're in this version. Otherwise, just keep breathing wherever you are for a couple more breaths. One more breath here. And then gently let go. If you're on your forearms, then bring the hands to the ground and press into your left hand here. Lift up the back knee and then step your right foot in front of your left knee. So the foot is in front of the left knee. We're in a side plank variation. Your left foot, you're standing on the edge of it. Then inhale, lift up the right arm, reach it overhead. And as you exhale, dip the hips down towards the floor as you reach the right arm in the direction of the left foot. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, dip down. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, bring both hands to the ground. And then flow through a vinyasa. Bring the knees to the ground, hug the arms in, lower all the way to the floor. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, baby cobra. And exhale, forehead down. Curl the toes under, shift the hips back, and then exhale, lift up to downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. And then for the other side, ground down through your right foot. Inhale to lift up the left leg, and then open the hip, bend the knee. And then do a few circles here. First, 3 times in one direction. Big circles. And then change the other way. And then extend the leg back. Exhale, step the foot forward. And then walk the foot out so that it's at the outer edge of the mat. Come to your hands here. Reach the right heel back. Also reach the left heel back. Or the left hip back, sorry. Inhale to find a long spine here. Crown of the head reaches forward. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And either stay here if you did so on the other side. Maybe come down on one forearm or both. Continue reaching the right heel back. And lift up through the hips. So a lot of activity here. And wherever you are, bring the right knee down. And press the left hand against the left thigh to open up the hip a little bit more so that you come to the outer edge of the left foot and can see the sole of your foot here. Maybe you stay here or bend the right knee and reach your left hand back so that you can wrap it around the foot. Roll the left shoulder back if you're here and gently press the foot against the thigh, but keep activity in the foot as well. Wherever you are, lift up the heart. Continue staying active and mindful. Couple more breaths. And then let go. If you're on your forearms, then come to your hands. Pivot on the back foot so that you're standing on the outer edge of it, and then bring the left foot in front of the knee for a side plank variation. Inhales, lift up the arm overhead and then reach it towards the front of the room. Exhales, you lower the hips down and reach the hand towards the right foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come up again, and then exhale, come to your plank, and then exhale, push back, down dog. Inhale to lift up the left leg. Exhale, lift up the left leg, and then step the left foot forward. Pivot on the back foot, and then windmill your hands to come up into warrior two. So your back foot, the outer edge is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Your heels are in one line, and then sink down deeply into the front leg. Open the arms wide here. Exhale, bend the front knee deeply. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, open the arms into a T as you bend the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. One more inhale. And on an exhale, bring both hands to the ground and step back plank. Flow through your vinyasa. And come to down dog. And then from here, ground your left foot. Lift up the right leg. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Pivot on the back foot. Heels are in one line. And then windmill the arms to come up. Bend the front knee deeply. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten the front leg as you reach the arms up. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time, inhale, reach the arms up, and then turn the right toes to face forward, or face the same direction as the left toes. Turn the toes a little bit inward, hands, or a little bit outward. Turn the toes outward, heels inward. Reach the arms up, and then as you exhale, bring the hands together in front of your heart as you sit down a bit deeper in between your feet here. So you're bending the knees are opening outward in the same direction as the feet, and your seat is sinking straight down. Lift up the heart here. Imagine pushing your hips forward as you're opening the knees backward. Breathing here in goddess pose or a variation of it. Maybe you reach your arms up. A lot of activity in the arms. Keep breathing. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper down. Inhale. Exhale, sink down. Continue pushing the hips forward. One more inhale. Exhale, sink down. And then inhale, straighten the legs. Hands in the hips. This time, turn the toes inward. So the heels are opening up outward. Lift up here. Draw the belly button in. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale from the hips. Hinge forward. Coming first into flat back position here. Bring a little bit more of your weight into the toes. We tend to stand on the heels a little bit in forward fold. But if you bring the weight more into your toes, then you have more space to lift up your sit bones. Take one more breath here, long spine. And then exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Fold forward. So there's a wide-legged forward fold. Press down through the feet, lift the sit bones up towards the ceiling. And then maybe you start walking the hands back until they're in line with the feet, or you keep them here in front of you. Maybe reach them forward to do sort of a down dog variation here. Wherever you are, keep lifting the sit bones up. And breathe. Draw the belly button in so that you have your core support. Continue lifting the sit bones up. Imagine that you're in down dog here. Really lift up through the sit bones. On the next inhale, lift up the flat back again, but keep the hands on the floor. Ground your right hand, press down through the feet, and trying to keep the hips as they are. Inhale as you sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling and turn your gaze to look. So you're in a twist here. Exhale, draw the belly button in and see if you can twist a bit more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the left hand down and then lift up the right arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw the belly button in and twist a bit deeper. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, bring the right hand down and bring it to the outer edge of your left foot, shin or thigh, and then reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach the heart more in direction of the floor. Exhale. Inhale to switch. Bring the left hand to the outer foot, shin or thigh on the right side, and then reach the right arm up. Inhale, long spine here, and exhale. And then inhale, come back through center, heel toe, the feet together so that you can come down to your knees. We have one more big hip opener here. Bring one knee at the very outer edge of your mat and then the other outside of your mat, so you can easily slide here. And then open the feet outward. We're going to go into a frog pose. Open the feet outward. Your shins are parallel to the outer edge of the mat. And then you start sliding one of the knees a little bit out so that you're sinking your inner groin down towards the floor. And you want to keep your hips here in a position so that your thighs and your shins create a 90-degree angle. And maybe you stay here on your hands, keeping the feet really active. Or if there's space, maybe you come down to your forearms. And if there's a lot more space, maybe you bring your chest down. And experiment here with shifting the hips a little bit forward and a little bit back. And just notice where there is a lot of tension. And see if maybe you're giving yourself the easy treatment by coming a bit forward with the hips. See if you can push them back a little bit to where there's a point of stiffness and maybe discomfort, but not pain. And maybe you close your eyes here and breathe. Keep on drawing the belly button in so that your lower back is supported. And let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And then on the inhale, if you're on the forearms, then come to the hands and then gently slide the knee back in. Come to lie on your back and bring both knees in towards your heart. Ground the feet then and lift up your right knee here. Flex the knee 90 degrees and bring the right foot on top of your left thigh. Keep flexing the foot and then open the right knee forward so that you're opening up the hip here. If you need more of a stretch, then lift the left foot away from the floor. Flex the flex both feet and then interlace the hands either behind the left thigh or if there's space over the right knee. And then use the arms to draw the left knee closer to you, but keep the activity in the right knee to open it up outward. Stay present with the breath and with the pose. And then if your hands were around the left knee or thigh, let go and then cross the right leg over the left. If available, maybe you also wrap the right toes around the left shin, not a must. Hop the hips over towards the right and then bring the knees down on the left side. Open the arms into a T. Bring the shoulders in contact with the floor for a couple of breaths here. Soften the point between your eyebrows. And then inhale, come back up, unravel the legs, shift the hips back so that they're centered on the mat, and then lift up the left leg away from the floor. Place the left ankle on top of the right thigh, and either stay here, a lot of activity pushing the left thigh away, or wrapping your heads around the right thigh, or maybe even around the right knee. Wherever you are, keep both legs flexed and breathe deeply. Notice the stretch in the outer hip here. Send your breath to the tight spots. And imagine, visualize how that creates more space, more ease. Let go of the right leg and cross the left leg over the right, maybe even wrapping the toes around the shin, and then hopping the hips over towards the left to be able to sink the knees down on the right side. Just a couple of breaths here as well. Lower the shoulders in contact with the floor. Wipe any expression off the face. Allow it to be completely neutral. And then inhale, come back with the knees up and unravel the legs. Bring the knees in towards your heart. And exhale, extend the legs long. Open the feet mat width distance apart and allow the feet to fall outward. Walk the shoulders away from the ears and extend the arms, palms facing up. Close your eyes and let's take a deep breath in. Feel the fullness, hold here. And then exhale out through the mouth. Well done. Enjoy a few moments of stillness. Enjoy your Shavasana. As always, I encourage you to stay here for longer if your time allows. Just pause the video and unpause when you're ready. And anyone else, take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And use that to bring some movement back into your arms and legs. Shift the legs back and forth. Stretch the arms up and then overhead. Point the toes away from you. And then bring the knees in towards your heart. Hug them close. Roll onto one side and pause here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. And then find your way up to a seat. When you found your seat, go ahead and close your eyes. Rest your hands wherever feels comfortable for you. And then again, direct your attention to the hip area. And just observe. Notice what qualities are present now. If sensations are more easily noticed for you after we've spent some time focusing on the hips. And just be curious about what's there without judging or thinking that there's something that's better or worse. Whatever you're feeling, that's exactly where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to feel. You and your body is all that matters. And bring the hands together in front of your heart. Rest the thumbs against the heart space and gently bow the chin in. I will close the class with an Om and take a deep breath in for that. And then exhale all the stale air out. And then inhale for Om. Om. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat slower practice with a focus on the hips. I know I felt it was very yummy. If you have any feedback, then please let me know. You can leave a comment on the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you want to support my work, the best way to do so is really to share me with people who you think might be interested. I would be extremely grateful if you do that, spread the word. And then if you want to support in a different way, I have links to my Patreon where you can support monthly, and to my PayPal if you want to send a one-off little thank you for the time and energy exchange. Any way you choose to support is much appreciated, and I am extremely grateful that you're there. Have a glorious day and see you soon.